Hello friends, so today marks the 1 year anniversary of the murder of MP Jo Cox, who was a Labour Party Member of Parliament whose constituency was Batley and Spen. She was brutally shot and was stabbed multiple times by a perpetrator whose name I won't say here, and I won't even show a photo in this video because we don't agree that the perpetrators of these disgusting crimes deserve to have their picture put all over the internet for the sake of fame and popularity amongst other people of this sort. I would like to make a pledge here and now that any money that is given to me through my Patreon account, I would split that money and send half of the proceeds to the Jo Cox Foundation. Or if you would like to make a donation to the Jo Cox Foundation, I will leave a link in the description to this video down below. These kinds of tragedies that have been occurring since forever really, but especially crimes like this, we need to do everything we can to continue to prevent these kind of tragedies. What happened to Jo and to the family that she's left behind is yet another tragedy that's happened alongside the tragedies that have happened at Westminster with somebody driving a vehicle into Westminster with the intention of causing harm. Also, what happened in Manchester with the suicide bomber who had the intention of causing harm, specifically it appears to young children and to the parents of the young children who had gone to collect their children from a concert. And also what has happened as well, not only now back in London at London Bridge with yet another vehicle driving into pedestrians and near several stabbings, but also what's happened at Grenfell Towers with the fire that, as far as we can see, this is because of the cladding that was put on the outside of the building. Obviously at the moment it's only speculation, including the fact that there were hundreds of people that are not accounted for that may very well have been caught in the blaze and now be dead, because these people are apparently refugees who were seeking asylum here, escaping from wars, etc. in other countries. It appears that there is nobody to miss them, so from what I understand, there's been Lily Allen on the TV proclaiming that the tragedy is actually being downplayed and that there isn't as many people being accounted as dead as what they probably actually are, considering the hundreds of people that appear to still be missing from Grenfell Tower. These kind of tragedies could be prevented if only those in power and those who make complaints, such as the allegedly the people who live in the posher towers that could see Grenfell Towers and complained about what it looked like from the outside. These things can be prevented if only the communities work together and the authorities work together to make life better for everybody, not just for those who can afford to have a better life. I know of at least one woman who it is claimed has said that it doesn't matter, that she's quite comfortably off. If there is a riot in regards to this, she would be just as likely to be there participating in it because of the disgusting treatment that the people of this tower block appear to have been subjected to. Daily now it appears that we are waking up to hear of yet another tragedy that has befallen either in our country or in the country that these people have been fleeing from. There are hundreds of thousands of people that have unnecessarily died, and it appears to be because those with power and with money are seeking things such as oil in the countries that they have invaded, and claiming that there were weapons of mass destruction and such things in these countries, none of which were ever found. This is how come we get to the point that there are the tragic murders of people such as Lee Rigby and Joe Cox and others. Unnecessary acts of violence on both sides need to stop. Apparently, without war, there would be no peace. But I don't agree that we need to have war to reach peace. There is such a thing as having a conversation and making an agreement and compromise, and coming to a ceasefire so there is no more needless death. What happened at Grenfell Towers wasn't a suicide bomber or anybody like ploughing into crowds or anything like that, but it's still needless death, and this actually needs to stop. And I wanted to do this video today on the anniversary of Joe Cox's murder, just to highlight the fact that we do need to stop this now. I mean, how many more of us have to say it? This is why we protest, this is why we get our voices out there, because we're telling you, the government, and telling anybody that should be listening, that there are other ways for peace and for us all to work together. And the sooner that you actually start listening and stop closing your ears and stop closing your eyes, the sooner, the better it is for everybody. Thank you very much for listening to yet another serious video. Please, if you like my videos, I do try to do some more fun stuff as well. Please like this. Please leave your comments, especially condolences and stuff in memory of Joe Cox and those other people that have needlessly lost their life in the comment section below, and in the comment section on the shares on social media like Twitter and Facebook. And I will try to see you again soon with a much more positive video, but I'm just going with the times at the moment and what's going on. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.